Hey, Sandals Churchmen. Last week I came to you from my closet because I needed a quiet place to film. Today I'm with the Christmas tree, which is great news. So, yeah, I just wanted to talk about this message this weekend. I love how Pastor Matt talked about Jesus being the light, and that's what we actually need. And that may sound obvious to you, but I want to break it down a little bit more. Um, so he said the passage in John 10, "My sheep hear my voice," and I think that a lot of times we're not paying attention to God. We're not listening to what He has to say. We're not even aware that He's trying to speak to us, and so we're not hearing His voice. And it doesn't mean that we're not believers. It means we're not paying attention because we're distracted, we're anxious, we're depressed, we're exercising self pity or fear or whatever it is. And so I just want to ask you, oh, the lights came on. What you've been listening to, and when's the last time you intentionally sat down, slowed down, and paid attention to God? I think as men, we want to be self-sufficient. We want to feel like we can make a difference. We want to be leaders and we want to be strong. But we're strongest when we're listening to God, when we're listening to His quiet voice, trying to get us to slow down and pay attention to Him, because ultimately we need Him. And the other thing that I wanted to draw attention to is Matt said, some of you believe in God, but you don't ever believe God. And we have this idea of Christianity. We believe that Jesus is God. We believe that faith in Him is enough, but we don't believe what He says. We don't believe that He's trustworthy. And sheep hear His voice because they're listening. They're paying attention because they have no one else to trust. They need to trust the voice of the shepherd. And in the same way, we're unaware. And so we either intentionally listen to the shepherd's voice or we're forced to because we face discouragement, anxiety, trauma, whatever it is that we're going through. And so we've got to pay attention because God will get our attention. If we're following Him, if we're saying that we're believers, He's going to eventually get our attention. And I hope it's in the right way, in the way that we're actually listening to His voice. So as we approach this holiday season, could be very mixed, could be just yeah, a lot of feelings going into the holiday. Maybe you don't get to see people that you love. Maybe you're anxious about finances and you still bought gifts anyway. Maybe you're just trying to check out. Whatever it is, all of those things can distract us from actually paying attention to the light of the world during this time. And I thought it was fitting that the lights came on. That was actually not planned. That was the timing. Um, just the timer. But we need to pay attention to the light of the world. God is calling to us. He wants us to lead our families. He wants us to lead our friends. He wants us to trust that He's good and faithful. So I hope that you do that this holiday time. I hope that you wrap up the year well. 2020, for all its horribleness, is not a throwaway year. It's a year that we can learn and grow and look forward to what God wants to do in 2021. So, love you guys. Praying for you. Have a great Christmas and a blessed New Year.